somebody as President of the Republic of Kenya, that it is the people of Kenya who will elect that president. And finally, impunity must be punished. Impunity must be punished. Not again in Kenya. In 2013, the Electoral Commission was found to have committed certain offenses relating to the law of procurement. And this time around, what the Electoral Commission did was treasonable in the sense that they wanted to declare or establish government against the constitution of the land. And therefore, the Commission is on trial. Before we can have a proper and free election, that Commission must be looked into and for a proper election to be held. I don't think that we will have that Commission running the elections again.
Thank you.
Now, finally, there will be a final statement given by the petitioners, but for now, I surrender the podium to Raila Amolo Odinga.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, a very historic day. A very historic day, not just for Kenya, but for the African continent. As an officer of this court, I feel that the dignity and the integrity of the Supreme Court has been re-established. And therefore, as we thank Justice Maranga and the majority, including the minority, the fact was able to give the minority opportunity even to read their dissenting judge was tremendous. You can see the openness with which these proceedings were conducted. Therefore, I'm happy to be a Kenyan today. And I'll call on my brother, but we will have to, as senior counsel has just said, we will have to look deeply into the conduct of the Electoral Commission. We do not have faith that they are capable of conducting a free and fair election. Thank you. Okoro, maybe Okoro. Let me ask him before you.
No, it's okay. No, just go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go on.
This indeed is a very historic day for the people of Kenya, and by extension for the people of the continent of Africa. For the first time in history of African democratization, a ruling has been made by a court nullifying irregular elections of a president. This is a precedent-setting ruling, and they are very historical. I would like to take the opportunity to thank the Supreme Court judges led by the Chief Justice for doing this for posterity, the people of Kenya. Secondly, I would like to take the opportunity to thank our lawyers, team of lawyers who burnt midnight oil, worked so tirelessly in order to prepare this case. Also, another team of other very dedicated young Kenyans who worked without sleep to gather all the evidence that has been used by our lawyers in this case here. This is a triumph for the people of Kenya. And we said at the beginning that our journey to Canaan was unstoppable. On the 8th of August, we crossed the River Jordan. We reached the city of Jericho. We are marching on to the city of Jerusalem, and we shall get there. As has been said by my other colleagues, we have no faith at all in the Electoral Commission as currently constituted. They have committed criminal acts. Most of them actually belong in the jail. And therefore we are going to ask for prosecution of all the Electoral Commission officers who have caused this monstrous crime against the people of Kenya. Today is Eid al-Hajj, and we'd like to take the opportunity to congratulate our Muslim brothers who are here with us here today.
Correct.
It is even good that this judgment has come today. It is something that is blessed even in heaven. So therefore we are going to be issuing a comprehensive statement later on today. But I want to invite Mr. Akuru Akot, who was one of my worthy competitors, to say a few words. Okay.
Okay. They'll pray.
Okay.
Just finish and then a prayer is done.
Yes. So, on behalf of the on behalf of my party, Third Way Alliance, we were an interested party in this proceeding, and we want to congratulate the Supreme Court for making a very wise decision. Kenya will never be the same again. Like it has been said before, at Third Way Alliance, we are now going to pursue those people who committed irregularities, illegalities. They cannot hold another election again in this country. Chebukati and his ilk must be punished. We are therefore going to push for a neutral electoral management body. Our view has been, from the past as it is now, that perhaps the United Nations must hold the next general election. But it cannot be Chebukati and his people, because these are already criminals who must be charged in a proper court of law. And we thank the Supreme Court, and even though we are worthy competitors to the NASA, but we never agreed with the irregularities. We believe irregularities were committed, illegalities were committed, and if we truly believe in the rule of law in this country, we must punish those people who committed irregularities so that Kenya can never be again. This is a historic decision. No Supreme Court anywhere in the world has overturned a presidential election. This is the first one, and I want to thank the judges. I want to thank the people of Kenya. Justice equals peace. Thank you very much.
Okay, pray.
Leave to pray.
A very short prayer. Father in heaven, we come back to you today. Before we came to this court, we petitioned you, and we just want to thank you for ensuring that righteousness is restored in our land. Receive thank you from Raila, from Kalonzo Wetangula, and all of us, and on behalf of Kenyans, in Jesus' name we thank you. Amen. Baraka za Mungu kweli niza ajabu. Baraka za Mungu
and that is Raila Odinga, the petitioner, together with his team, celebrating what they say is a major victory by the Supreme Court verdict this morning, and they welcome it, and they say they're ready for a fresh election. And of course, hailing the Supreme Court for making that judgment, and by a majority, President Uhuru Kenyatta's re-election